All right. Like my shirt. She works hard for the honey. She does. All right. Let's get into the video, though. I get this question a lot. When I go to farms and look at all their entire operation, their organic matter, their freaking expense reports and stuff like that, and I sit there and tell them, you don't need a quick release fertilizer, because a lot of them, they're spraying fertilizers at certain times of year when the plants need X, Y, Z. Okay, when I say X, Y, Z, that means they need this one at this point, this one at this point, this one at this point. What you need is a slow release fertilizer. And they ask, what's the difference? Several differences, actually. Quick release fertilizers, they're going to be chemicals 100% of the time. Okay, you don't need that in your soil. Slow release fertilizers could be chemical or organic or natural, whatever. Quick release fertilizers, whatever they're fertilizing, the plant can immediately take up right then and there when it needs it. Quick release fertilizers are mainly going to be nitrogen. That's what a lot of agricultural crops need, nitrogen. However, slow release fertilizers, they're going to be nitrogen, potassium, nitrous, phosphorus, and potassium, and a bunch of other stuff. Minerals, sugars, vitamins, depending on what you use, really. And they also release the nutrients over time. That being said, I get this question a lot too. Well, which do you think is better? A organic slow release fertilizer or a chemical slow release fertilizer? There's a difference there too. Organic slow release fertilizers are going to work with the soil and either provide a bulking agent, which the microbes and fungi can feed off of, feeding the soil, or B, they're going to provide microbes and fungi to help break down what's in your soil faster, therefore releasing it faster. There's also a C, which is all three, but I don't believe in that, because a lot of the stuff that's in group C, what I'm calling group C, is bad compost, compost teas, a few other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. The reason for that is compost has to be heated and pasteurized for you to use it on your farm. And for the compost tea, we really don't know exactly how long that thing has been sitting on a shelf, therefore degrading and losing its microbial and fungi value. So how do How do I know whether I need A, B, or C? That is simple. Test your soil. Okay. You can do a respirational test, which is you take a sample, put it in a quart jar, and there's like a little flag thingamajigger that changes colors. See how fast it changes colors. If it sits for longer than the test actually recommends it should sit for to change colors, you need more microbes and more bacteria. You also, before you add microbes and bacteria, you need to test your soil for organic matter. If you have low organic matter, say down around the 2 to 3% range, you need to change that up. You need to plant more crops with a lot more roots. Till a lot less. You don't have to necessarily go no-till, though I would recommend you go no-till because it's the best. But I understand a lot of you further up north can't really go no-till. And with the crops you're planting, you can't necessarily go no-till either. But anyways, I should say, you need to leave the residue out there. Okay. If you bale it up, say you're baling corn stalks, like I plan on planting sunflowers. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing with the sunflowers as some people do with corn stalks. If you plan on baling that up, use it for bedding for livestock. Don't let that leave your farm. Okay? Some people use corn stalks for heat in their house. That's fine too. But don't let that leave your farm. Okay? There's a problem with burning it, and that burning it, you're losing nitrogen and sulfur. But hey, if you just burn it for heat in your house, and because I mean you don't have wood and you don't want to have gas heat or electric heat, hey, that's great. Okay, you don't need gas heat or electric heat anyway. Just get a wood stove, you're good. Anyways, going back to what I was talking about. Don't let that leave your farm. Once it has composted, because, hey, you watched my videos, you're using that deep litter method. You've watched me on TikTok. You've watched me on YouTube. You're using that deep litter method like I keep explaining to y'all. Once you clean out that chicken coop, or the hog pen, or the goat pen, the cattle, wherever you're at, wherever they're at, throw that back onto the field. Don't waste it. Don't lose those nutrients. Okay? Going back into talking about recycling. That I had to take the video down because, well, I'm not getting into that. Anyways. What that does is that builds up not only just microbes and fungi, that builds up the underground-ish bugs. Okay? The night crawlers, if you use a manure, you can get an increase in dung beetles, which is a good thing. And they take that top residue. Okay? Most of the night crawlers, I should say. Some of the dung beetles, depending on what you're using. Okay? But they take that top residue. put it in the ground, little by little. That starts building up your organic matter, okay? That gets your organic matter built up faster, because it's not just, everybody says it's the roots that build organic matter. It's not just the roots, okay? It's whatever you have on top of the soil as a mulch, so to speak, speaking gardener terms, that get put under at a slow time. This does not mean you need to till. When you till all that organic matter, organic material into the soil, what you are doing is you're adding fuel to the fire, and you're burning through your organic matter faster. Okay, now this will happen, and on my farm it is, not because of the buildup of microbes, but this farm was hayed on for years and years and years, and nothing was put back. Okay, so I just had the roots. I didn't have the mulch layer on top like I do now. My issue now is I do not have any critters that are really plowing that organic matter under. It's just decomposing on top, which is fine. But if it decomposes on top and can't infiltrate into the ground like it's supposed to, then my plants ain't getting the benefit. But however, if what I'm doing now is I'm going to add night crawlers, European night crawlers, to my soil, so that all the organic material that's on top, not all of it, some of it, will get plowed under, and the rest of the organic material that decomposes on top, that sort of erodes away, will just fall. Once I have enough wormholes, they'll just fall down into them holes and just stay right there. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for this video. I know it was kind of long. I am winded. I got to get water for my critters. That's why I'm up here by the pond. So, see y'all in my next video. I try to shoot them. I try to post them, not shoot them, every Monday and have them posted on Monday. But with it being Easter, I was a little bit late. Sorry. But I will see you in my next video. If you have any request on what you would like for me to explain, what you would like to see, drop a comment below. I will try to get to it, as fast as I can. But bear in mind, I cannot get to every single video or every single comment to video. But I will see y'all later.